Welcome to this week's episode of Azentuary. We left off last week having defeated a bunch of insectoid pincher creatures, Chakakano chowing down, Gago boiling the meat. You guys are triumphant, hanging out in this room, feasting on your meal.
Aye. So, how do these insect crab legs taste? Does it taste like crab meat?
Let's say no, because they weren't in the salt water, so they're more like, let's see.
Well,
they're more flavorless. They're like mushrooms.
Oh, okay. I say crawdads are freshwater, and they taste like little lobsters.
Fair enough, but they weren't in water. These were dry land creatures. So.
Take away all my fun. All right.
Well, the nice thing is they take on the flavor of whatever you want to mix with them.
Yeah, so it's a nice mushroom soup. Got it.
There you go. Yep.
And I assume I'm still in my fire elemental form.
Yeah, I think that needs to wear off eventually, doesn't it? Isn't it only supposed to last a few hours?
After a couple hours, yeah. Okay,
yeah, I
so
think
maybe it wore off.
Yeah, let's say you've burnt through your fuel for now.
Okay, all right. Well, I suggest we take a long rest and regain our spell slots before we go on any further.
Has it been long enough? I don't recall. I'm gonna roll. Let me just roll a d20 and let's see.
Okay.
I got a 2, so I'm gonna say it's probably not quite been long enough. It's still a little early.
Oh.
How about after this?
All right.
Well, because what have you guys done so far? There was the you were gonna rest, and then the wave hit. You worked your way across. It's been actually,
has been.
Has it? It has been a while. Okay.
We avoided the frogs.
Yes. Okay. Let's go ahead and take a long rest.
Okay. Say we did take a rest in the underground flooded chamber.
Oh yes, you did right before coming here.
Alex, do you ever know when to not talk?
He's trying to be accurate though. But he's right. So yeah, it's only been a couple hours. You guys can't long rest again.
Our listener would be disappointed with our lack of continuity otherwise.
Yeah.
It's true.
Fine.
Okay.
I appreciate the accuracy. Thank you.
However, nothing is stopping us just from sitting around doing nothing until we get tired enough.
That's true. Yeah, if you guys want to just waste a day and just like hang out here and tinker around and do whatever, you can.
Yeah, it's not like there's anything important going on out there.
That's true. Yes. No one knows you're here.
Maybe we should do that.
I'm sure Hen would appreciate a day to tinker.
Yeah, well, I don't actually have anything to tinker on at the moment unless I make something for somebody else, which I could do.
I mean, Chakakano would never say no to something that improves his killing ability.
Well,
like
yeah, you already
javelin
have
or something.
Your thing, I guess if you want, I can, like, restat it. Like, I can try to edit it.
Well, I mean, you could also make more gunpowder. I mean, has he used up all his charges yet?
I don't know. I'm not tracking that. That's
there wasn't ever a set limit to how many charges he had. It was like in the never-ending black powder supply.
Yeah, I mean the axe holds like 4 charges, and then I don't know. We made a crap ton out.
Oh, okay, all right. I mean, my spell slots are actually kind of fine. Who's low on spell slots?
I'm only medium used up on them, but both of my wild shapes are used up.
Yeah. I'm actually fine on a long rest for once.
Well, for wild shape, you just need a short rest, not a long rest.
Oh, that's true. Okay.
All right. So why don't you guys just like chill out for like 20 minutes or so, have a nice short rest, eat your soup, and then
That's
move on.
true. My mushroom
Alright.
insectoid soup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That works.
All right. Well, cool. Well, all right. So like 20 minutes passes, and a reminder: you guys came into this room from the east side. There's a door that you walked by to come in that goes to the south, and there's a archway to the east that you can see down goes into another room.
Mm. I'm feeling like east is the way to go.
Through the archway, then.
All right. Well, you walk down into a round room that is about 50 feet wide diameter. There's a door in the center north and a door to the center south. And as you first walk into the room, you're coming from the east side. You notice that there are holes about 1 inch diameter covering, let's say, spaced every 6 inches over the entirety of the floor and the ceiling. They seem to like be roughly in alignment.
Hmm.
That'd be bad.
Can I investigate for some kind of mechanism?
Absolutely.
I must be busy because I only got 14.
You kind of look around. You're like, well, I don't see. There's no like tripwires, so it's probably all right.
Hmm.
I'd be very suspicious of this room.
Yes. I want to prop the door open with the object that I have.
Well, there's no door. You walked in through an archway.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good then.
You prop the archway.
I want to look down through one of the holes.
All right. You walk your head in, or you walk into the room and peer down through the hole. And I need you to make a dex saving throw.
Oh, no. That's a 14.
You get smacked in the back of the head with a missile, dealing ouch, 36 piercing damage.
Oh my god. What the hell?
Say 36?
Yeah.
Alright. Fine. Well, this is not a way.
Alright. Well, we know this room is booby trapped. There has to be a way to defuse it. I'm thinking hard. Um, let's see. Ooh, here's an idea. The pieces of the insectoids that we have not eaten, I'm going to go cut up, drag on over to this room, and then start tossing pieces into the room. We'll see if we can, like, use up all of these spears that are coming out of the room.
As you throw the carapace into the room, you see just a volley of arrows shoot down from the top to the bottom, and as it's flying through, the arrows attempt to hit it. The ones that miss disappear into the hole in the floor. The ones that hit pierce through the body as it comes to rest on the floor.
Okay.
Um,
How many of those carcasses do we have?
I believe there were 4, but you guys have chopped them up pretty well.
Okay. Well, I shall take another piece and do it again. What
All right.
happened?
Well, the same thing. Although you notice that as you toss it in, it does not happen in the areas that it fired previously, only in the new areas that you have thrown it over.
Aha. All right. That is good to know. Let's see, how many hit points do I have? Okay, I'm full up. So the room that had the insectoids had a wooden door, right? We walked through a wooden door.
Yes, you did.
I am going to demo that wooden door.
Just go rip
And-
it off its hinges.
Yep. And hold it above me as I attempt to walk through the room. As a shield.
All right. I like this. All right. Props. Yeah, you've already knocked out some of them. The rest you go walking through, and it pierces down. Let's say, here, I'll tell you what. Roll me let's just roll a 1d20 and tell me what you get.
All right, rolling a 1d20. I get a 6.
All right. So as you make it through the room, which way are you going? Are you going to the north? I take it.
I was gonna head to the south. Well, it depends. What direction did I toss the carapaces in?
I don't know. It doesn't matter. You can just tell me which way your intent was now.
South. I was heading towards the south door.
Okay, so yeah, you make it there, but as you arrive, your door just falls apart. There were so many arrows that slammed into it, and you feel its weight gaining, and then it just splinters and turns to dust. There's a pathway, but your shield is gone.
Perfect. All right. I call out to my companions. All right, companions, did you see the route I took? That should be safe. Or y'all can find another door. Hen, maybe your B-boy can shield you.
No! Why are you so intent on getting this thing killed?
I'm just saying.
It has 14 hit points. 14!
All
It wouldn't take 1 hit.
right.
They're built for helpers, not armor.
well, I don't think there's any more missiles in the path, so I'll try to go across first.
All right,
And
you
I-
successfully walk across. You're safe.
Oh, good.
I suppose I shall also attempt to walk across the same path that Gago took.
Yep, you do that.
Yippee.
Cool. You guys have, I guess, all made it to the bottom of the room.
I don't know. Has Chakakano done it? Did he also
I'm just
follow in our
assuming.
footsteps?
Yes. I mean,
Okay.
kind of assumed.
Well, you know what happens when you assume.
Well,
It's
in any
exactly
case, you're
what
there.
you think.
All right. I'm going to check the south door for booby traps very carefully.
Sure, go ahead.
Yes.
Oh, that's be an 8.
You don't find anything.
Famous last words. All right. I open the door.
Yeah, nothing happens.
Ah.
Except that as you throw the door open, you suddenly hear just a cacophony of incoherent babbling from the other side. As you peer in, you see just mounds of flesh and mouths chattering at each other.
Like the whole room is full of flesh.
Yeah, well, multiple piles. Let's say there's like, throw out a random number. There's like 15 piles of flesh covered in mouths, all gibbering at each other. In fact, the sound is so horrible that it makes you make a wisdom saving throw.
Yeah, great. All right. Oh, that'd be better. That'd be an 18.
Yeah, you're fine. You just shake it off like, holy crap.
All right. Well, let's look at spell slots here. I am going to cast a fireball into the room to maybe see if I can shut some of those mouths up.
Okay.
That makes the most sense to me, yeah.
Oh, yes. That is a successful cast. That is an 18.
All right, you blasted into the middle of the room.
Okay, rolling 8d6. That'd be 26 fire damage to the room.
Considering, what is it? They're supposed to make dex saves. They have a very low.
Yeah.
They basically auto fail that. Nothing
Nice.
they can do. All right, they have very low dex. So, how much damage did you do?
26.
26 damage. All right. So you blast it out, and it singes almost all of them. Let's say at least a dozen of them got singed. And they all are just like twisting and writhing in pain and begin to like almost roll towards you.
Ugh. Do it again.
Well, I kind of like to save my spell slots. That was my last 3rd level spell slot.
Have you heard the phrase, kill it with fire? This is one of those times when that phrase is appropriate.
All right, that's okay.
I mean, if you won't, I'm gonna get a
I
flamethrower.
can use a 4th level spell slot. So, uh-oh, that was a nat 1.
Oh no.
That's bad.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what we're gonna do here for this.
Well, you'd think it'd just be like a complete fail.
Well, yeah, but there's got to be a
That's not
consequence.
how
It's
they
magic. You're gathering the weave to create something, and you fail miserably. I got to think of what would be a hilarious critical failure to that. I think what might be funny is you like, ooh, I know. So you go to cast the spell and you begin like drawing it, and Hen says something to you, and you turn and you're like, what? It breaks your concentration, causing an explosion that throws you into the room. And let's say I was gonna roll a couple of dice here. You make it 20 feet. It blasts you kind of into the middle of the pile of mouths, but you're otherwise unharmed. It was just a force that just tossed you. And same with the others. You guys got tossed back. Thankfully, you didn't land on any of the traps, but you're now, on that path you took to come into here, just like 20 feet from the door.
Okay.
So I'm in with the mouths then?
Yep.
Okay.
So let's have, just to make this simple, everyone roll initiative. Gago, though, I'm going to put yours at the top as 30 automatically.
Okay.
Hen gets a 21.
Nice.
Takakano is 11.
Alrighty.
I got a 4.
Okay, Chakakano, 11. You're a 4. Alright, I need to roll some random numbers real quick for these guys. Just to, because there's several of them. Good lord. Alright, and you had already injured a dozen. I didn't exactly prep this because I didn't think you guys were going to go in here.
Oh, oopsie.
Oh no, it's fine.
It really wasn't fine.
Alright, sort this thing out.
Oh man.
Alright, so... well, the first one next to Gago, if it can't, what is this? So it's gonna try to bite you.
Well, one second.
It's gonna miss, but
Okay. I mean, before you get in, I'm trying to. Unfortunately, I can't bring up my Storm Sorcerer 5e page right now. Wikidot is being pain. Because there is something I can do where I can basically fly up into the 10 feet up in the air and without exposing myself to whatchamacallit.
so is it a bonus action?
Well, that's why I'm trying to bring it up here real quick.
Because it won't work if it's an action, because your action was casting the spell.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to look here. But my normal page that I go to is not wanting to pull up. So give me a second. Okay. Yeah, go ahead and just do what you're gonna do.
Okay. Well, we're gonna go to Hen is what we're gonna do.
Okay.
Alright. Did the blast knock us prone?
Yes.
Okay. Well, what I will do is I will expend a spell slot to create a flamethrower,
Okay.
which I will then hand to B-Boy.
Okay.
And then using my
Strong
bonus
B.
action, I will direct B-Boy into the room above and start raining fire.
Awesome. All right. I dig this. All right. What's B-Boy's flight? Like how far can it fly?
Let me see. Actually,
I just want to know. I'm just curious how far into the room it makes it.
Yeah. Sorry, one sec. Flight speed 30.
Okay, so you can make it 10 feet into the room, and then what's the range on your
It's a 15-foot
cannon?
cone.
Nice. Okay, so yeah, you can fly up to 10 feet in and just start blasting.
Yeah. So, ooh, that is... Yeah. Without any modifiers, it's an 18 to cast / hit / whatever.
Well, it hits everything then.
Okay. And it does... Holy moly, I rolled really well. That's 19 fire damage to everything it hits.
Dang. So if it's Conan in, all right. Let's see here. Let's say there's... I'm just going to roll... Oh, wow. Let's say you hit 5 of them. Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That did some damage.
Alright, and that is my turn.
That was an awesome turn. All right. So now the descent kind of the descent of mouths upon Gago.
1 second. Ability to fly just 10 feet, avoids opportunity attacks. Happen to do.
Well, I don't think a 9 hits,
No, it doesn't.
nor a 10.
No. Nope.
17.
Oh yeah, that hits.
All right, that one finally got a hit, which is. Should I use medium or smaller?
It is a bonus action. I can fly with a bonus action.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, then how about never mind on that last one. No attacks there. It just So you, let's say when you came in, you floated up, and we're going to have them instead. How high? You go up 10 feet?
Mm-hmm. Without provoking opportunity attacks.
Okay. No, well, yeah, no, this is their turn. So,
Yeah.
all right, I need you to make me a couple of dexterity saving throws.
Oh, goody. Okay, I get a +1 on Dex.
In fact, ideally, if you could make me 5 of them, that would be great.
So that's a 6. 13.
Okay.
6.
Okay.
14.
Okay.
20.
Nat 20?
No. Dirty 20.
Oh, 30, 20. That's 5. So, with that, you successfully avoided 3 of these, like, blobs of spit that came. It's kind of a chemical glob that came flying at you, but a couple of them hit you, and everything, like, flashed brightly, and you are blind.
Awesome.
But you're undamaged. You're just floating blind. All right, Chakakano.
How far away is the nearest one of these things?
From you about 30
back.
feet. You're blasted back and
perfect.
prone, so you'll have to get up and then run to them.
Oh, not perfect. Because someone didn't want to make Chakakano a returning javelin.
We didn't have anyways.
Well, let's see here. The half movement he can only get within 10 feet.
So you can get. So your movement's what, 40?
Yeah.
So yeah, you can get to the door.
Are they like clumped together right now?
There's a bunch of them in the room, spread out. Let's say they're more or less clumped. Yeah, there's a bunch of them around where Gago landed.
All right. So I guess if the dash action, I can get there because they're within 30 feet, right?
Yes.
So I guess dash action to get within range, and then enrage to deal 4 damage to all of them.
Nice. Okay, I like this.
Best I can do. Well, 4 damage to all of them within 10 feet of Ian. So he tries to position himself like in the midst of them as best as possible.
Yeah. So let's still say you hit 9 of them. How about that?
All right.
It's not bad. All right. Of course, now there's. I mean, they don't move fast, but they do, kind of clump together, and they're gonna start spitting at you. Let's say the first couple will just take big old loogies and spit them at you. So I need you to make a couple of dexterity saving throws.
Ready? First one's a fail. I'm just gonna say it. That was horrible.
Okay.
That was like 7. And then you want me to do
All
another
right.
one?
No, you're fine. We'll just say you're blind. But the next one also spits at you, not realizing it. But you're already blind, so it doesn't matter. Then, let's see. There's a couple that are going to move towards you. They can't quite reach you. And then there's a couple that are going to try and bite you. So the first one is a 21 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
All right. And that is... let me use my roller. No, a couple of mouths bite into you, doing 22 piercing damage.
Okay.
And I need you to make me a quick strength saving throw.
That is 17.
You're fine. The next one, though, bites into you with a dirty 20.
Yep.
And that does 19 piercing damage. And then one more strength saving throw.
Oh, that's a dirty 20.
Nice, you're fine. All right, we go to Yora.
Okay. So is there like a clear line of sight between me and the mouth creatures?
There was. I think Chakakano ran into the middle of them. He's in your clear line of sight.
Okay. Hang on. Well, I wanted to cast Blight on the creatures, and I don't think it's like a line of sight type of thing, actually. Doesn't say it is. Range 30 feet. Maybe I'll just cast something else. No, all of my other stuff is going to be kind of line of sight-ish. Okay, well, I'm going to cast Blight onto the creatures that are around Chakano, I guess.
Okay.
I guess it says necromantic energy washes over a creature of your choice, so it's just one creature.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay, so that's jeez. 17 to cast.
That's successful. He makes a Constitution saving throw, which is a 19. Wow. So half as much on a successful.
8d8 divided by 2?
Yep. You want me to roll that for you?
Yeah.
8d8 is 36 damage, so 18. We'll just say that one that was right next to Chakakano dies.
Nice.
You see it kind of wither and
take
just like
that.
So that was quite successful. But 2 others are going to attempt to bite him. One misses completely, and the other is a 21 to hit. So that is, make sure I get this right, 17 piercing damage. And we go to Gago.
How long does this blindness last?
What does it say? It lasts until the end of the creature's next turn. So,
So I'm basically blind for this whole turn.
yep. Doesn't mean you can't do anything. You can still do stuff.
No, I'm thinking. Problem
Back then,
is,
trying to.
most of my spells. Well, maybe not.
So if
Okay.
you do an attack roll, you have disadvantage. But other than that,
But that's only if I am actually trying to aim it, right?
yeah, if you're using like a weapon or something.
Yeah. So, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to use. So apparently, I can't stay aloft indefinitely. So, figure at the end of my turn, I came back down. So, as a bonus action, I'm going to zip up into the air again.
Okay.
And then, as I'm up in the air, I'm going to cast Thunder Wave because
Awesome.
I don't have to see for that one. It just whatchamacallit, 15-foot cube originating from me erupts from
Okay,
me.
wait. Before you do that, I forgot, since you're in the middle of the room, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw because it's the beginning of your turn.
Okay. That's a 3.
Ooh, wow. All right. I need you to roll a 1d8 and tell me what you get.
Okay. Eight.
8. It is 8. On a 7 or 8, you are forced to make a melee attack against a random creature.
Great.
Oh no.
Well, I mean, it's just surrounded by them, so he'll try to make a melee attack against it. So it's going to be an attack at disadvantage at that.
Yeah, okay. And all I have really is a quarterstaff, which is dumb.
So you're just going to flail around trying to hit it as you're floating up in the air.
So instead of casting a spell, I have to do this dumb melee attack.
Yep. Because you
Yeah.
failed your wisdom save.
Great. All right. That's an 8 and a 13, so 8.
8. Does not hit.
Imagine that. It's not like it would have
Well,
done
I
much if it did hit.
Fair enough. All right, but you are no longer blind. No, you are. That's right. The creature's next turn. So the creature below you is going to try and spit at you again, because it's below you and it can't bite you. Oh no, it can't do that. This one already spit. I guess he's going to move over towards Chakakano. And miss completely.
That was
So
about
him.
time it did.
All right. So I have to take some time to get up, right? How much of my turn does that take?
Well, it's half your movement to get up,
Okay.
which I thought you did last time, but all right.
I mean, yeah.
No, she just laid on the ground and tinkered.
I mean, floor time. Anyways. Who all is in the room fighting them, face to face?
Chakakano's in there, but he's blind, and Gago's in there floating, and he's blind, and Yora is outside with you.
Okay. Is there a way to cast something that doesn't hit those two?
I don't know.
Depends on your spell you want to cast.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that should work. I'm gonna kind of take a step and try to angle myself so that a 30-foot line would not hit either companion.
Yeah, that's possible.
And I will cast
yeah.
Tasha's Caustic Brew.
Okay.
That is a 18 to cast.
Very successful. Nice. Let me see. I must do dexterity saving. Oh, yep. Yeah, these guys suck at dexterity. Yep, that's going to be several failures right there. Let's say you hit 7 of them. I just rolled 2d6. That's what I got. So do your damage.
So I cast it in an upper spell slot, so that's 44.
Nice.
Ooh. 11 acid damage.
Alright. I'm just gonna kind of go from the top of the list right down. 2.
Yeah, good luck
3,
scraping it
4,
off when they have
5.
no arms. So that's going to do continuous damage, basically.
Right on. All right. So, in fact, I'm going to just go ahead and say 2 of them die from that.
Cool.
Because they had previously also been injured.
Oh, wait. Additionally, sorry, I totally forgot. I can do this. I always forget this. I can use my arcane firearm thing. I'm gonna add 1d8 to that damage roll, actually. So
Okay.
everyone takes 2 more damage.
All right.
Yeah,
All right,
I
it
might as
is-
well. I need to start using it, or I'm gonna keep forgetting I have it.
No, that was awesome. All right, it is recorded.
Alright. And then bonus
Alright.
action, B-Boy
Yep.
will also trigger the flamethrower again.
Awesome. Oh,
That's 16
I'll have.
to
I'll,
hit.
that hits everyone. Yep. And we'll just roll for the ones around Chakakano, and I rolled 7 again, so we're gonna hit 7 of them with it as it's firing off.
Okay.
Because it hits multiple, right? Or is it just hitting one?
It's a 15-foot cone.
Okay, then yeah, it's hitting 7 of them.
And that is 11 fire damage.
All right.
Not
Dead. Damaged. See, dead. 3, 4, 5, 6. One more. And very dead. All right. So you've killed several of them.
Nice. How many are left?
Hold on a sec. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
7 are left? Wow. There
Yep.
was quite a few in there, huh?
There were 15.
Yeah. So, all right. These 2, which because of the damage they sustained, we know they're near Chakakano, so I'm going to have them roll against him. It's a 12 to hit, which I don't believe hits.
Nope.
And one of them nat 20s.
I think that hits.
Yes, it does. You probably don't want. Well,
I probably don't want to be hit in general if we're going to say what I want.
yeah. Actually, I rolled relatively low. It only does 20 piercing damage.
Oh, is that all?
Well, I rolled a 10, so that's about one of my lowest possible rolls. So.
Oh, that's good.
But it is Chakakano's turn.
Well, I guess his only option, since he's blind, is to flail wildly with the axe.
Go for it.
I guess what would I do is like disadvantage or something, or
Yep, you roll. Every roll is at disadvantage, but you're gonna just
Okay.
you can start swinging because you've got 3 or 4 immediately near you.
well,
More
at
than that now, a
disadvantage,
bunch
that's
move closer.
14.
That still hits.
Oh, okay. So that connects for 18 slashing against 1.
Okay.
And then the next roll, I guess, is 15. Dang. Wait. Disadvantage? I'm pretty sure you're not going to get lower. Yep. 15.
Okay.
And that's 17 slashing damage.
Nice.
And then the hand axe he's flailing with is a 27. Wait, hold on. 19.
Okay, I was gonna say. All right, and how much damage you do there?
That is 9 slashing.
All right. Still, you did quite a bit of damage in that flailing around. God dang. Next one goes to hit you and misses. And then the last one goes to hit you and 19 to hit.
Yep.
So, all right.
Yarp.
See what we get. That is 15 damage. Piercing. All right, we're on to Yora.
Okay. So how many creatures are left inside?
7.
God.
Takakano's
Okay.
starting to get quite hurt as well.
Well, maybe Chakakano should beat a retreat out of the room.
He
Pretty
can't
soon.
see. He's likely to equally run into a wall.
Okay. All right. Let's see. Oh. Do have... Yes. I have Lesser Restoration, so I'm going to cast it on Chakakano.
Awesome.
and
To
his
give him
blindness.
vision.
Yeah.
Ah.
That is 22 to cast.
Oh, very successful.
Alright, Chakakano, you are now not blind and you can hopefully escape.
Huzzah!
Awesome. Well, but the next two are still going to bite at you. One of them hits, one of them misses. And that is... Let me roll real quick. Ooh, 20 piercing damage. And we go back to Gago.
But now I can see because it's been gone through the rounds.
You can see, but I still need you to make a wisdom saving throw.
Bleh. That'd be a 19.
Successful.
Aha. Is Chaka Kano immune to fire damage or just resistant?
Resistant.
Okay. I'm thinking. And there's still 7 left.
Yep.
Okay. I think I am going to cast. 1 second here. Okay. I'm going to cast Crown of Madness on one of these things. Mainly because anything
Okay.
else I cast has a chance of damaging Chakakano.
That makes a lot of sense.
Okay. Alright. Yeah, that is 25 to cast.
Yep, and I have to... What do we do? Wisdom saving throw. Which is probably... Yep, I fail miserably.
Fantastic. Alright. So... yeah, on its turn, it's gonna attack one of its fellows.
Alright. Just anyone that's near... Any one of the ones near Chakakano is what you targeted?
Yeah.
Okay. I will make a note.
So now it
Alrighty.
has a jagged iron crown swirling around its head.
Awesome. Can everyone else see that jagged iron crown? Just so they know not to attack it.
Let me. Let me.
You
look.
you can just say yes, and I'm not going to challenge you.
Okay, I'll say yes.
Okay, perfect. I mean, it's part of the fantasy, you know. All right.
Madness glows in its eyes.
Perfect. I love it. All right. The next one goes to bite at Chakakano and misses, so we go to Hen.
Right. I'm not sure how to top my last turn, honestly. I guess there's not that many left.
Still 7.
Still 7? Okay. I will also just cast Firebolt at one of the ones attacking Chakakano, not the mad one.
Perfect. Go for it.
Yeah, it's 21 to cast.
That's great. You nail it.
I've been rolling fairly okay lately.
I've been rolling so low all night.
You have not. You just got a couple of nat 20s.
Yeah, I got one.
1d8 to that thing.
Okay. Yeah, that's still only 8 fire damage.
He's still, I mean, you blast him right in the mouth.
And of course, as usual, bonus action, B-Boy fires the flamethrower.
All right. Just gonna roll real quick.
That's only a 10. That's only a 10 to use, though.
That's still successful.
That's good.
You hit 4 of them.
All right, and keep forgetting 38. 14 fire damage.
All right. Well, one of them dies.
Yay! Down to 6.
All right. And we're gonna go down. Oh, another one dies. So you killed 2 with that blast.
Down to 5.
Yippee!
All right. There are 2 of them. Not looking so hot, but they're still immediately adjacent to Chakakano. So
Does
they
either
will.
of them have the Crown of Madness?
Neither of those ones do, and the first one, nat 1s. And so he misses Chakakano completely and bites his companion for 9 damage, but it is sufficient to kill him.
Nice.
So we go to Chakakano.
Is anything in? I guess Chakakano actually disengages for once.
Oh,
Well,
moving away.
Yeah, I mean he's down to 20 hit points.
Fair. Oh, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw before you do anything.
9.
Roll me a 1d8.
1.
So you you actually do nothing. You just you freeze in place, shaking your head, like make the sound stop.
Okay.
Sorry.
Well, that was a good turn.
But sorry. But it's the charmed one's turn.
Okay.
So he's. Yep. Go ahead.
Excuse me. Okay, let's see here. So it must use its action before moving on each of its turns to make a melee attack against a creature other than itself that I choose.
Okay. You just wanted to choose one of the others next to it?
Yeah, one of the ones that I deem most damaged.
All right. They're all about. Well, no, there is one. Yeah, there is one very damaged one.
Okay.
All right. Well, he hits, and it does 14 damage, which, let's do some math. That kills it.
Fantastic. Okay. Let's see. And then at the end of its turn, it can make a wisdom saving throw to see if it breaks the spell.
It fails.
Fantastic.
All right. We go to Yora.
Okay. So is Gago blind in there
No.
still too, or? Oh,
No,
Nope,
it only
not
lasts
currently.
a couple turns.
Okay. Well, I wish you guys would get out of the room. Let's see. I am going to. Uh,
Can you
going-
cast? Do you have to touch Chakakano to cast Cure Wounds on him?
I think I can cast it on any 6 creatures I choose. I have mass cure wounds, so I could give
Oh,
you
so
all
yeah,
a
that's
health
not-
boost.
I mean, you could probably do that. He needs extra hit points really bad.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
thinking of doing that. Okay, I
Yeah.
will do that. I'll cast mass cure wounds. That is a
Awesome.
Oh, and I'll do it for Hen too. So
I did not need it, but
23
I
to
will take it.
cast. And it's 3d8 plus my spell modifier, so
Yep.
plus 8. So 3d8 plus 8. I can try to do that here.
You want me to do it real quick?
I think I got it. 16.
Nice. All right, so everyone gets 16.
Including myself?
I believe so.
Might as well.
Because if you're doing 6 creatures, there's only 4 of you.
Yeah. Okay, great. Alright, that's my turn.
Awesome. All right, but there's still a couple in there next to Chakakano. One misses, but the other not 20s.
See, I keep telling you.
Well, there's been a lot of missing.
You nat 20 more than anyone else in the party. You're funny.
Don't worry, the critical strikes only apply when attacking Chakakano.
Apparently. Well, this one takes a bite out of you for 22.
It's a good thing he just got healed a little bit.
I know, especially since we're back to Gago. All right, Gago, I need you to start with that wisdom saving throw.
Yeah. All right. That'd be an 18.
You're fine.
Yay. All right. I have to concentrate to maintain my charm on the creature.
Okay.
So that is my
But you have-
action.
Oh, okay.
So I can still use my bonus action to raise 10 feet up in the air. So I will do that.
Right. You stay floating. All right. So you stay aloft, and we go to Hen.
All right. There's only like
4,
4
right?
left.
Yeah.
I have 3.
You have
Hey, it
only
works
3,
for me.
only 3 left? Perfect.
I
Yeah.
think I will do my bonus action first and have B-Boy do his thing
Okay.
with the flame. It's only 7.
That does not hit.
Okay. Oh, I just realized they should all be taking continuous 2d4 acid damage on each of their turns.
I think you've killed all of those.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. The only ones left are the ones that are at the bottom of my list. All right. Well, if that was it, then it's Chakakano.
Well, she hasn't. She's used her bonus action. She hasn't used her action.
Sorry, I was looking
Oh,
at
okay.
something.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I guess I'll just target one with a firebolt again.
All right. Blast it.
14 to hit.
That hits.
And then... Oh gosh. Okay. 15 fire damage.
Damn. That was a heck of a hit.
Yeah,
All
ever
right.
since I've been realizing that I can basically add 1d8 to all my like damage spell rolls, life has been a lot better.
Yeah. I'd say. Jeez. All right, Chakakano, start out with a wisdom saving throw, please.
Do 10.
You're fine.
Well, Shaka Kano tried to get out of here, and then just ended up getting bit for the whole thing. So now he's pissed and is going to swing at the thing that bit him.
Okay, go for it.
That is 22 to hit,
Oh, that very much hits.
and that is 18 slashing.
That kills that one.
Okay, and the next one, what's the next closest one?
Yeah, the other one that was right next to that one.
Yeah, and that one gets hit with a nat 20.
Ooh, nice.
Payback. Which is done. That's 20 slashing. So times 2, I guess 40
Yeah.
slashing damage.
Yeah, you completely rip it in twain.
And the final one, is it close enough by?
Yeah, it's the charmed one.
All right, but
Yeah,
it-
you can go
it
ahead and
can't
kill that, too.
retaliate. All right, well, I think I shall. Oh, look at that. Another nat 20. It's payback for all the crits that you got. That's just 19, so 38.
That you kill it.
I imagine him just ripping it apart with his, like, grabbing the
Bare
big
hands.
for the claws and then just ripping in all 4 directions at once.
I love it. Yep. All right. You have ripped it apart. And just for fun, as you rip it apart, it's like a pinata. Some gold pieces fall to the ground.
Nice.
All right, you guys are successful.
Yippee! That was a tough battle.
Yeah, was
Yes, it
painful.
was. That was one of my more difficult rooms.
Oh, and we stumbled right into it. Awesome.
Yeah.
Sounds about right. Chakakano, are you still under the weather?
Oh yeah, yes.
Yeah, he's down 77 hit points right now.
Yeah, I'll make a healing cannon.
That would be much appreciated.
So that should heal everyone if we just kind of wait around for a minute.
Yeah.
Right
so
on. All right. Yeah.
Speaking of stuff, the last episode, my hit points were reduced.
Yes.
How long does that last?
I believe it was until your next long rest.
So never.
Okay, which we haven't done yet. All right,
Or it lasts forever.
cool. All right.
This feels like forever.
It's all good. It's all good. Surprisingly, I didn't really suffer any damage in that last melee.
You were floating above everything.
I know. I
Yeah.
kind of have to, or I would be dead because I only have 54 to begin with.
So you're supposed to be ranged. I'm ranged and I have good hit points. So
Yeah. So. And the sorcerers are weenies.
yep, that's why they're ranged.
Yep. That's why.
They stay away from the conflict.
That's pretty much why I fight from the rear. All right. Is there anything else in this room, like another door or anything?
Yep. There is a wooden portcullis in the center of the east wall and a wooden door in the center of the south wall.
Okay. All right. But we shall wait until Chakakano is completely healed before we move.
Oh, we can hand wave. He's healed.
Okay. All right. All right.
Yay.
And at that, everyone is healed all the way.
Yeah. Y'all got blasted
Y'all got blasted.
Oh, I started blasting.
with my healing cannon.
It's extra effective on friendship.
All right. I am going to go look through the wooden portcullis to see what I can see.
You see a hallway which goes about 30 feet to the east and then turns north, and another one about 10 feet down that goes due south. You can't see down it very well, though.
Okay. I shall investigate said portcullis for booby traps.
Okay.
All right. That to be a 3.
Yeah, you're confident there's not a trap in sight.
Great. Famous last word. All right.
What do you mean? You're confident?
Yes, but not being a complete idiot most of the time. I'm going to cast Mage Hand. Oh wait, do I see some
Yeah, there's a
like-
lever to pull.
Okay. All right. I shall cast Mage Hand.
Awesome.
And
You
then-
do that, and it opens. No problem. No
Okay.
traps. Nothing bad.
Perfect. All right. So I will go till I see that hallway going south, and
Okay.
then I will cast. You say I couldn't see very well.
No, now you couldn't see down it because of the angle you're at. Now that you're in
Okay.
front of it, you can see that it goes down about 60 feet and then turns to the west.
Okay, 60 feet turns to the west. All right, me companions. Which way do you want to go? Do you want to go south, or do you want to continue on and then head north?
North?
I'm feeling north.
All right. We shall bypass the tunnel, the passageway going south, and then continue on and then head north.
All right, you head north and you find a doorway, and yeah, you find it. There's a door here. Sorry, I'm gonna say something else, but I lost it.
What kind of a door?
Let's see. What is this? Simple wooden.
I shall investigate it for booby traps.
Okay.
Not to be a 6.
Now you can't tell if there's anything here.
Imagine that. I am not rolling well today at all. My stuff is abandoning me. I shall cast Mage Hand again.
All right.
Yes, that to be 13 plus 7. That to be a 22 to cast.
Nice. You cast your
And-
mage hand, and it. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah, and I step back well away from the door and use the Mage Hand to open the door.
All right, you do that. The hand pushes the door open, and a guillotine comes sliding down through the area. It would have cut you in twain.
Nice. Look at that. Oh,
Finally.
Amazing when
Mage
someone
hand pays
actually learns.
Damn. Met with complete sass.
Oh. Doesn't matter how long it takes me to learn a lesson, as long as I eventually learn that lesson.
I suppose.
Sure.
I mean, I learned it when it counted, right?
yeah.
Sure.
And to be fair, I've actually been fairly cautious. It's usually been Miora that tends to walk into things.
True.
I know. Why do I do this to myself?
All right. Anyway, so I what do I do? I mop I mop me forehead a little bit with a handkerchief because that guillotine just made me sweat a tad, and then I carefully peer around the guillotine to see what is on the other side of the door.
That is a familiar room. It is where you killed the crab-like creatures and took your short rest.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Hmm.
Well, perhaps back to the south then?
Aye.
Okay. You're taking the hallway to the south?
Yes.
Yes. We're going to very carefully kind of go through that route where we don't get hit with more arrows, and then into the room of the flesh bags, and then take the south hallway.
Oh, okay. You went that way. Gotcha. So you go through the door then. All right. So you open the door and walk through into the hall. The hallway leads you to the west and then eventually turns to the south. You see there's a path straight ahead of you, and there's a path straight ahead that it has a stairway that ascends and a hallway that goes to the east for quite some distance, maybe 100 feet.
Hmm.
Well, do we want to be climbing up, or do we want to stay on this level?
Um,
I think climbing
sure.
up would be a nice change.
All right, climbing up it is.
All right. You follow this pathway that it's not stairs, it's just an incline that kind of winds and takes you up until you start seeing daylight ahead. As it approaches, as you approach it and it gets brighter and brighter, you realize that you're here somewhere about midday, and you emerge from a cave mouth onto a stone landing that overlooks what appears to be a small town adjacent to the sea.
Nice. All right. So, is this place that we are in or on part of the? Is it still a desert environment, or has it changed?
It's pretty deserty, but it's like trying to think of how to describe it. Yeah, it's deserty is the best way we can call it.
Okay. All right.
Like it's an island, it's got you're near the beach, so there's some greenery inland, and then this area is relatively sandy.
Ah. All right. We are on an island. I wonder if it was the island we were pointed at. A couple episodes ago.
Like
All
the
right.
one that somebody told us about? Have we learned of this island before?
It was somebody told us about it as maybe where the merfolk might have
Oh,
retreated
yes.
to.
I remember that. Okay.
Yeah, because we were going to try and put a ship together to come over to this island, but we somehow got distracted. I don't remember how.
I mean, teleported here. I thought.
And maybe. So much stuff has happened.
So, but we're on an island right now, and the only other civilization is across the sea from us, or
No, there's a town below us.
Yeah, you're
All right,
looking
okay.
down from an overlook onto like a seaside villa. It does not look to be in great repair.
Ah. Okay.
Well, let us attempt to stealthily go down and scout it out.
Yes.
All right.
If you want, I could maybe wild shape into a gull or an eagle and fly down to inspect things.
There's an idea.
Yeah, okay, that's fine. If you're okay with burning a wild shape.
Yes, I can do it. I have two.
Okay, all right, sounds good.
So, I wild shape into I'll do a giant eagle, I guess.
So discreet.
Go discreet. Okay, I'll go normal eagle.
All right. Sure. All right, you become a normal eagle.
Okay, regular sized. And I drift down there on the sea breeze, and I circle around the right side of the villa. What do I see?
Okay. I mean, you see a seaside town. There's a bunch of stone buildings. Um, they're kind of sparse and spread out. Docks that extend out into the ocean. But they look unlike where you're familiar with having wooden piers. They look more just like ramps that descend into the water. There's a tree line on the backside of the town, and doesn't appear to be any type of like defenses. Like there's no walls. It's just kind of here and open.
Can I see if it's inhabited or not?
Oh
Is
yes,
there anyone walking around?
yes, there are lots of people moving about. You can see them regularly.
Are they just normal people or are they mer people?
They're mer people.
Oh, okay. Aha. All right. Is there is there a very large house, like one of the biggest, nicest looking houses that I can pick out among the dwellings?
Yes, there is.
And can I note that location in relevant relative to the sea?
Yeah, it's the furthest north of the of all the houses.
Okay. And are there any guards around the town?
You don't see guards. It looks actually really poor. There's just like it looks like an area that is, you would describe as almost like a shanty town.
Interesting. Okay. Yes. Okay, I fly back to the perch that we're at, and I convey the information to Chakakano, and I say, there seems to be a large, important man's house to the north of the town by the sea. That might be an advantageous place to get some information.
How large is this man?
Well, if his house is anything compared to his size, he must be larger than the rest, but not formidably large.
Good meat then.
Chakakano, always thinking with your stomach.
Or maybe he wants to meet him. He said good meat, so it'd be nice to meet.
Sure.
We're talking about.
I know. I just thought I'd say it.
All right. Well, I think we should wait for the cover of night and then sneak up on the house.
I agree.
All right. Okay, so you guys wait until nightfall, and how do you want to do this? You want to sneak all the way around the outside of the village, or do you want to try and sneak through the middle of it?
Around the outside.
Exactly, yeah.
Okay.
Staying to the cover of the trees.
Yes.
Sure. You know what? Let me make a roll real quick. I'm just gonna say, yeah, you successfully. There doesn't appear to be anyone really looking out for anyone. So yeah, you just kind of walk around the outside and eventually get to that northernmost house.
Perfect.
Should I give a flyover just to scout it out again, or do you think we're good?
I think by now your wild shape wears out.
Yeah, I think we
because we waited too
should.
long. Dang it.
Yeah.
Okay.
We shall check and see if the door is locked.
You go up and you just see a handle, and it appears to move easily.
Okay. I think we should sneak in, closing the door behind us.
Roll me a stealth check.
All right. Let's see if I have any bonuses for stuff. Just a +1. All right, here we go. Stealth, 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 stealth. Oh, that'd be an 18.
Oh, you did great. Yeah, you slip right in. Is anyone following him?
Mm,
I thought.
I want to. I don't know if I should. I might change into another wild form and follow him. One that's more stealthy.
I'll
Okay.
just do it.
Yeah, I'm going to wild shape into a like a black mamba, like a really poisonous snake. I'm gonna go in there.
All right. I'm just gonna give that one to you. You just
Okay.
crawling in as a snake, no problem. All right. Hen, were you gonna sneak in?
Yeah. I'll sneak
All
in
right.
with Goggy.
Please roll stealth.
Yeah, that's a 17.
You're good. Yeah, you sneak right in with him. Now the real question is Chaka Kano. Is Chaka Kano going to attempt to sneak inside?
Of course, Chaka Kano's actually probably the stealthiest of everyone here. In fact,
Okay.
he got like a 22 to stealth to like sneak.
Good lord. All right, yeah, you are the stealthiest bug ever. All
We
right, you
determined
guys.
this like in session 3 or something that he's kind of semi-chromatic, so he just has a natural proficiency in stealth.
That's right. I remember this. All right. Well, you guys you're all inside. You have snuck inside this large house. You're in this like entryway, this antechamber, and there is just some like draperies that block off the next room, and you can hear what sounds like a discussion on the other side. It's in Aquan.
Okay, well, luckily I understand it. I shall listen in on the discussion. What are they saying?
All right. They're basically arguing about. Let's say they're arguing about a pewter dragon that was owed to a guy for like a bushel of fish, and the other guy is telling them like none of that matters. That they have to fix the nets so they can guarantee that the other people are going to still eat. Basically, there's a bunch of like arguing about like town business.
Ah, okay. All right. I motion Chaka Kano to kind of come up next to me because I want to use his intimidation appearance, his intimidating appearance, and then I kind of push the curtain aside and step into the room and say, "We need to talk." And hopefully Chaka Kano is looming right next to me.
They are shocked. You have surprise, and if you're wanting in Chaka Kano to intimidate, he gets to do so with advantage.
Yes, please intimidate Chaka Kano.
Yay! That is a 23 to intimidate.
They are very intimidated. I'm not even
I'm
going to
just
roll against
imagining
that.
him like crouching behind Gago as he walks in, and then you slowly see the unicorn horn protrude from behind Gago's head, and then as Chaka Kano comes to full size behind him.
Nice. You gotta like it.
Yora is kind of slithering through the shadows to approach one of their like ankles without them knowing.
Okay. Yeah, I'll give you that. They are terrified of Chaka Kano and staring at him. You hear one of them say something like "Land Kraken."
That's funny. All right. What is Hen doing? Is she just kind of?
I'm just here.
She just kind
I'm
of.
kind of looking around, trying to get a layout.
Okay, cool. I said so.
Yeah.
I'm like, all right. Nobody moves, and nobody gets hurt. Anyone tries anything, and this guy here, I motion at Chakakano, is going to eat you because he is always hungry.
They all put their flippers up, and they're like, "No, please, we are just the elders. What are you doing here? Who are you? Why do you speak so strangely?"
I said, well, we have come from a settlement that just got attacked and wiped out, basically, by more of your kind. And so we're trying to figure out why and let people know that there shall be reprisals.
They all look at each other, horrified, and they say, It was not us. It must have been the young ones. There's been this brewing, a fanatical movement over the last several years. All this talk about bringing back the glory that we lost so long ago, but they didn't realize that it can never be brought back.
All right. Where would these young ones be?
Oh, some might be down in the houses in town, but others probably in the settlement beneath the waves. Many of us have given it up. We're really trying to do better, be better.
All right. Okay. Which houses would these young ones be in the settlement?
Probably. Oh, down. We call it the guild hall. It's not really much of an actual guild, but it's kind of a place where people can stay, you know?
All right.
It's that longhouse, you know, almost straight south of us.
All right. Is it at the south end of town, the middle of town?
Kind of the southeast area.
Okay, so far southeast?
Yeah, mid.
Okay, all right. Well, thank you for being so cooperative. You have saved your lives tonight.
Please,
we shall take our leave, and we shall have a conversation with these young ones in the guild hall. If you try to warn them at all, it will go badly for you.
Well, could you tell us what did they do?
They used a tidal wave to basically wipe our settlement out, and then they came in behind it, and started slaughtering everybody.
He falls backwards into his chair, horrified.
But then something struck them a mortal blow and wiped out a great number of them, and then they retreated.
Oh my. Oh, this is terrible.
Aye, 'tis.
You can see there's visible horror on his face.
A word of advice. I think that you elders should keep better hold of your young ones. Until next time, fare thee well, and I turn to leave.
Okay. He just kind of is in shock for a minute, and you see the elders all like look at each other. Or I guess your turn to leave. So Chakakano sees the elders look at each other with just like angry eyes, and they start cursing. back and forth like, it's your fault, it's your fault. Ah.
Okay. Nice.
I guess
All right,
as
so you
you
guys
turn
all
to
walk
leave,
out.
you also get a plaintive voice in the back of your head. Snacks?
Maybe in a minute, Chaka Kano. These are not our prey. We're after younger, fitter prey.
Wait, was this whole conversation in Merfolk?
Yes.
Yeah, so Chaka Kano has no idea what the discussion was about.
Well, I'm hoping that I can, because he's been mentally linked with me, I was hoping I was kind of translating through this whole thing.
That's not how that works. That's not how
Oh.
any of this works.
Okay, well, I mean, you looked intimidating, so you did your job. I explain as we leave. I kind of give them a rundown of what they said.
Fair
There.
enough.
Does that satisfy you there?
No, Chaka Kano's hungry. He hasn't had any fresh, proper meat in a while. Been at least a few hours.
I was gonna say, we just ate crab things.
Yeah. Really?
That was the surf. Now it's time for some turf.
I feel like these would arguably still be surf.
That's a fair point.
At least the same amount of surf as the crabs were.
All right, Chaka Kano, we are going to a guild hall, and that is where our prey shall be. You might be able to pick up a snack there.
Excellent.
I slither out and up onto Chaka Kano's shoulder.
Nice. I like this.
All right, and we shall sneak through town on our way to the guild hall.
Oh, well, it is dark now, and it's getting rather late, so, there's not exactly a lot of traffic through town, so you're able to do that. They don't have lighted streets or anything. It's quite naturally dark.
Fantastic. All right, do I find the guild hall?
Yeah, there's not a lot here, so it's not too hard to figure out.
Okay.
It's a kind of half-timbered building. You actually roll a religion check real quick.
That'd be a nat 20.
Damn, you recognize this used to be a temple, actually. You recognize it's one of the old Aquan gods, but it's obviously been destroyed, or what does they say, desanctified and turned into a hall. Like when people turn old churches into houses.
Okay. Got it. I shall check the door to see if it's locked.
You don't see any lock, just a standard knob that opens and closes.
Okay. I shall stealthily open the door.
Sure. I'll say you don't even have to roll for that. You just kind of pop it open, and it doesn't make much sound as you're able to stick your head inside.
Okay. What do I see?
There's a guy wearing what almost looks like priest robes, bent over, reading a book. There's a woman at the far end wearing kind of modest garments and a red cloak. She looks like she's feeding a hawk some meat that she is stripping with her hands. Let's see. There's another guy wearing what looks almost like a split mail, and he's over there greasing a longbow. And there's one final person that is just kind of by a small fire, in a hearth, and it looks like she's petting a 6-legged cave lizard.
Okay.
I kind of slither
Um,
down onto the ground and near
Okay.
the doorway.
All right, you slither on over.
All right. So, guys, what should we try the intimidation tactics again? These look a little more dangerous than the other ones. Or should we just shock and awe?
I think taking them by surprise would be the best bet if we were to get in a fight. I sort of.
Well, that's just it. Do we want to
Keep in
talk
mind.
first, or just want to attack? Is I guess kind of my
Right.
question.
Well, I mean, if we want to actually work towards peace, we should probably talk. If we
Okay.
just want to get some petty revenge, then surprise attack.
All right. So we'll redo our whole intimidation thing. Chakakano, why don't you enter right behind me, and we will try this again. All
I
right.
slither back
So
up on Chakakano.
Oh, okay.
Let's go. Let's go.
All right. So I step into the room, and I'm like, all right. Don't make a move, and nobody gets hurt.
You hear first huh? As the priest looks up, shocked. The woman with the hawk spins around, picks up a hammer, like readying herself. The one
Can
at the-
Chakakano instinctively chuck a javelin at the woman with the hammer?
Sure.
As soon as she picks it up.
Yeah. Everyone is reacting. They're just like shocked and they're getting up, grabbing whatever's near them. So yeah, you chuck it. Go for it. Roll to hit.
All right. That is 24 to hit.
I'm gonna say that hits.
All right. And that hits for 11 piercing.
Okay. Yeah, you stab it right through her hand as she drops, or how about through the wrist as the hammer falls to the ground and her arm is pinned to the wall.
And Chakakano just links to Gago and says, "They moved. You said no move."
All right, well, I relayed that to the room. I said, see, this is what happens when you move. This guy behind me, he's very hungry, and it's, you piss him off, and he will eat you. Maybe Chakra Khan should roll for intimidation again.
Sure.
It's an 18.
It's still pretty successful, though. A woman, the woman in the corner, let's see, wearing splint mail, grabs the mace.
All right, one sec.
and
I
is
mean, technically, I could probably roll for intimidation on that.
yeah,
on
go
that.
for it.
Okay.
But she's extra brave, staring down, you did that to the weak one and not me.
That's a dirty 20.
Okay, well, everyone else is just is intimidated, and she's just squinty. I mean, this woman looks rough, and she just grabs the weapon and is ready to fight.
Okay, well, before she can attack, I say, was it you people that attacked our settlement across the way?
We have attacked nothing. You came in and attacked us.
We didn't send a tidal wave against your village.
You disgusting landlubbers. We have had to live here in poverty because you took everything from us.
I don't think they mean us. I think they mean, like, they used to live where the market now is.
It was not us that abandoned that place so long ago that it got buried under many feet of sand.
Something caused the great cataclysm, and it may be lost to time, but we still know you people were involved. You came in, you took out all the space up. We used to live as kings. Now we are but paupers in our own land.
Can you tell them that they have to understand they killed, like, hundreds of innocent people who had nothing to do with that?
Yes, I relay Hen's statement. I translate it and tell them that.
Ha! Hundreds of landwalkers are meaningless to us. You have killed thousands of us. Look at how we have had to live. Our children die in the streets because of you.
Well, they
What?
sound guilty to me.
I know,
Yora
right?
doesn't
You
like
can't,
this. Yeah.
you can't make a living fishing. I mean, you live by the sea, for crying out loud.
You're just perpetuating a cycle of hate and violence. Give peace a chance, man.
So this is the armored woman saying all this, right?
Yes.
Well, since she obviously sounds guilty, Chaka Kano throws Yora into her face.
Guilt equals snake attack.
I like that snake attack.
All right.
Yora is down. I'm down for this. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll
can you
teach
do
her to
a-
monologue.
I don't know if that's athletics. I'm gonna say because anytime you're throwing a companion, it's basically an athletics check.
Yeah, but I mean,
I'm very tiny.
not exactly like Chaka Kano's bad on athletics. That's a
I
17.
know. Yeah,
to
it
throw.
still hits. That's not the point.
You just gotta roll for it.
Okay,
You can't just do
so
anything you want to with no tests. That sounds like fun.
Alright. All right, 1 piercing plus 4d8 poison on that bite.
Yeah. So, I think that's 23 for me
Okay.
of poison damage.
Yeah, I know. I just didn't expect you to come in and just kill this person.
She was monologuing evilly. What do you expect us to give her and she was told don't move. She moved and then started evilly monologuing. So, I mean,
All right.
Stick with this group again.
All right. Well,
I love barbarians.
yeah. So the snake hits, and yeah, she goes down. Oh, good lord.
I think
The,
you start bleeding from all your eyes and your nose and everything when you're bitten by a black mamba, but I don't know.
Well, you can. It's fantasy. You can narrate that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can just make that be
So-
that way. You're a magical black mamba.
Yeah. Yeah, so that happens. They're just suffocating from their own allergic reaction and then started bleeding from the eyes and the mouth. And Yora slithers back over as fast as she can.
Okay then.
All right. Well, I say, tell everyone else. Well, aggressive actions, aggressive talk elicits a appropriate response. Just trying to. I'm a little shell shocked here, so you know.
Yeah. So I guess. Oh, good lord. She goes down. Yeah, she hits the ground, and her from under the table, you see a like good-sized lizard like come out and start like licking her face, trying to get her to move, but he doesn't appear to, get any type of response. So I guess
Alright,
the lizard's gonna try to bite Yora.
Yours back on Chaka Kano's shoulder. She slithered back over.
Well, give her. Can
gonna
the
try to-
all right, fine. All
Okay.
right, so the lizard's fine. All right, fine. It doesn't do that. It just takes a big old breath, looks up at you, and breathes fire. Then how about that? It's a 15-foot cone, so it's just gonna blast at you. So everyone makes a dexterity saving throw.
1 second. I think.
Hen gets a 16.
I got a 9.
Oh, okay.
Dirty 20
Said
for
dexterity.
Chaka
Yes.
Kano. I guess you weren't fast enough to slither behind him.
Yeah. I guess I'm in a. Yeah.
That'd be a 19 for me.
Jeez. All right, so everyone but Yora takes half damage.
And I am
Um,
resistant, so I take a quarter.
Jeez. All right,
Same
let me
with
see what it
Chaka
is.
Kano.
Hold on, I'm rolling. Oh wow, it would have been a whole 10 damage, so
So I
I
take
guess take it
5.
down to 2. Well, if you're doing a
and
quarter,
half.
take it down to 2.
Oh, yeah, okay. Got it.
Well, I think that knocks me out of my wild shape, so now I'm just a full-grown dwarf just appears on Chaka Kano's shoulder and then kind of falls off.
Slides down. All right, fair
Ouch.
enough.
Well, all right.
Wow, we're great at this peace negotiation stuff.
I tried. I mean, that was. Okay.
I mean, leading with intimidation is also not very peaceful.
I mean, they did recently attack our marketplace, so I mean,
Well, it's a matter of whether we want them to pay for what they did, or if we want to be the bigger person and make a step.
Do you think this is the party that is a natural diplomats?
Oh, no! The D&D is full of surprises. Just for us, it's all the wrong ones. Like throwing a snake at somebody.
Yep.
All right. I don't know what to do now. This is kind of this slipped completely out of my control.
All right. Well, as that is all happening, how about this? The priest, who also looks very rough, and he comes over. He's like, "Please, please, there is no need for violence here. While this is no longer a temple, we still consider it sacred ground. Please, stop hurting everyone." And at this,
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
at the same time, the guy or the woman who is sitting in front of the fire has stood up, and let's see. She grabs her quarterstaff and stands looking at you, almost like she's in defense of the priest.
Okay. I tell the priest, can you get control of the lizard thing here? Or, my buddy Chaka Kano here is probably going to kill and eat it.
Oh, I have no control over that. That was Kazai's pet.
Okay. Does the lizard look like it's going to attack us again?
Probably.
Oh yeah, it looks very
Killed its
angry.
owner.
All right.
I'm imagining Hen's just kind of like hiding her face, like she does not want to be seen with these people.
All right. Okay. I'm trying to think here.
All right. Well, he's doing that. All right, so that happened. Yeah, the lizard starts scurrying over towards you. How about that?
Okay. Give me a second to think.
And let's see. You see the woman in the black cloak start to kind of wave her hand, and the lizard turns around. You note that its eyes are gray. It's obviously blind and just following her. But as she rolls her hand, I need Chakakano to make a wisdom saving throw.
$17.
Ah, all right. You're fine.
Jeez, don't sound so disappointed.
Well, I had a funny idea.
Wisdom's actually so intelligence is definitely not his strength, but he's actually got a plus to wisdom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's from all the years he spent in the desert. Oh, I guess
That sounds about right.
it's like a hermit.
Yeah, it's all that time he could looking up at the starry sky, contemplating the mysteries of life while he's in between hunts.
I mean, he never sleeps, so
Yeah.
There you go. That gives him a lot of time to contemplate. All right. Anyway, okay. I'm like, all right, everybody, let's calm down here. If you don't want there to be any more loss of life, let us all put down our spells and our weapons before this goes completely off the rails. And what are their responses to this?
They look over at, well, the woman in the cloak looks over at the dead one and is just like, it hasn't already? Like, you killed her. But I think we're pretty off the rails.
Well, it can get a lot worse, trust me. My friend here is hungry, and, when he gets hungry, he gets hangry.
Wow, you're great at this.
I mean, you can step in at any time.
Oh, no, I can't, because I can't talk to them.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Just say sorry, my god. Was an accident. We can't control him.
Takakano was just following orders. First he said, don't move, and then they moved, and then on top of that, they were made threatening comments.
I mean, they did. I mean, that's true. All right. Priest. Whose idea was it to attack our settlement?
I don't know. I run this place just as a house for those in need. Like, it was probably one of the kids out there beneath the waves. Honestly, we try to teach nonviolence here. Like,
Well.
I don't allow any of my visitors to fight. Please, could you not, kill anyone else that is visiting me?
Well, we can try, unless they attack us, in which case we will respond.
To be fair, she didn't attack us.
Hey, verbally attack.
Not the same thing.
Attack is an attack.
In this case, no, it is not.
Oh my god.
Not those two things were not equivalent.
Felt
All
like it.
right, fine. Tell you what, priest. Tell us where we can find these young ones beneath the waves, and we will leave you be.
I mean, follow the docks. Go down the ramp. And basically straight out. You can't miss it.
Okay, how deep is this settlement?
Oh, they're probably down 10 fathoms. It's
Okay.
relatively shallow.
All right, fine. Thank you. We shall leave now. Oh, by
Yes,
the way,
please go.
do you have any fish or anything? Because otherwise, my friend here is going to want to take the one that he killed with him.
We have very little. A couple pieces of fish here. The nets have been torn. We had no way to easily catch.
Okay. How come you can't repair your nets?
Oh, we are repairing them, but it takes time. We haven't had time to finish yet. We only have these few fish. And he kind of points over towards the hearth, and there's some hanging ones that are like smoking next to the fire.
Oh.
I mean, I could probably make you guys a better net. Or a better fishing thing in general. You'll just have to teach me a bit about fishing.
So I relay that information. Me companion here is willing to help you out in partial recompense for the life that we took. Just kind of tell her what you need, and maybe she can help. And if we could have one of those fish for me hangry companion here, that will do a lot to kind of smooth the waters, so to say.
Okay, yeah, if you could give us a better system than these nets that we hand tie, that would be wonderful. And he reluctantly takes a fish down and hands it over.
All right, I hand the fish to Chaka Kano, and I'll be like, "All right, Hen, what do you need?"
Well, I mean, I don't know much about fishing, but I'm positive I can set up some sort of automatic trap system or even just better nets. Like, I have great craftsmanship, I just need the materials and the know-how.
Okay, well there is a forest, or there are trees, so you could probably use that to split things up to make fish traps.
Sure. I will ask if they have any, like, can you ask if they have any blueprints or, like, any kind of written record of what they normally use for fishing?
Other than the nets?
I suppose so. Just anything that's, like, on a blueprint would help me understand what the mechanics are.
Do you have any written records or prints or anything of nets or, ancient fish traps or anything like that you might have used?
Oh no. Any writing beyond the most basic needs of the seasons and how to survive is forbidden. It was too much writing that before caused the great catastrophe.
Bizarre, but okay, I won't teach you how to live. Alright, I guess I'll just win it then, and
We shall go back to our cave. It'll take us some time. We'll be back here tomorrow, hopefully with things for you.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
really, they don't need to thank us because I feel like this is
The least we can do.
yeah, honestly.
All right.
And
Uh,
the whole time you guys have been like doing this, that lizard has been like biting at Chakakano's ankles and just can't even get near him. It kind of opens its mouth and is like, ah. You know, like those frogs that just hold their mouth open but don't quite get the
Yeah.
worm inside.
Got it. All right. Come, me companions. Let us retire back to our cave.
Yep, I'll rack my brain about how fish might get caught.
Perfect. All right, you guys walk back to your cave, and as you are making your way there, we'll just tilt the camera up to the sky and pick up here next time.
And sleep the night away.
Yippee.
Yes, you go long rest the night away.
Perfect.
Hooray!
Huzzah!
Yay.
Alright, I need to remember to think of what kind of fishing trap Hen would make.
Well, there's all sorts.
True. But it's ocean fishing, so
I mean,
we're gonna need big,
I'll
probably big, deep nets or some kind of rigging system.
yep.
Yeah,
Nets.
it's kind of tidal fishing.
Nets in a boat.
Yeah.
But you can also.
They can swim though. They don't
You-
really need the boat except to like catch some, like keep them.
Yeah, but I mean, a boat would maybe help.
Just like a floating platform.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
And we could also make crab traps.
There we go.
Because, who doesn't like shellfish?
So we'll make some crab traps and
Me.
some huge nets. I guess if we have a forest, we have grass and stuff to make nets out of. We can make rope.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And probably use like metal claspings to ensure the nets are more durable.
If you have any metal.
I've got lots of metal.
Okay.
Remember, I got all that scrap metal off that one guy for really cheap.
All right.
This has been an Azentuary LLC production. Find us online at azentuary.com for character bios, merchandise, Patreon, and more. Thank you for listening.